Hello, my name is Elsa Akins. I'm with the West Shore ESD Criminal Justice class. My classmates and I are participating in the Strive for a Safer Drive campaign, which is a teen driving initiative aimed at reducing serious traffic accidents, injuries, and fatalities among Michigan teens. I am here today with Sergeant Kevin Skipski of the Hart Police Department to discuss the dangers of teen speeding. Sergeant Skipski has 24 years of experience in law enforcement. He has been a crime scene technician, tactical medic, and is currently the school resource officer at Hart Public Schools. Thank you, Sergeant, for being here with us today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're here today with Sergeant Skipski. If you could answer me this, what do you think the general attitude among teens is in regarding to speeding?
Oh, that's a good question. We actually had that posed to us quite a bit at our school level. I think the general attitude among our teams is that the speeding is something that, all teens typically do. I think the general attitude is like they can get away with it, that, there really isn't a serious consequence to it. If they do speed, obviously when they get caught or when police officers do stop them because they haven't tracked on the radar, obviously if they're given a ticket, I think that's where they start realizing the magnitude of the severity of it. But I think the general attitude is, if you speed a little bit, what's it really harming? I think sometimes the education among teens with speeding in itself isn't really enhanced a lot in our driver's ed programs to where it should be. I just think that they have the mentality of it's never going to happen to me, whether I'm going to get a ticket or whether I'm going to get into an accident, so they continue to do it.
How can a teen's lack of experience affect their driving ability?
Oh, that's a good question as well. Their lack of experience, as anybody, when we have new drivers come on board and start going out into the roadways with other experienced drivers, I see a lot of hesitation among teens. When they come to a stop sign or whether they should pass. There's some hesitation in what to do. Even on slippery roads or even when it's raining out. And they do maybe get into a small skid. I think the experience that they lack, they don't know how to correct. Sometimes even in bigger cities when you see teens driving, we have teens locally that don't really experience a lot of the big city driving, and when they go off to college and they start experiencing that, that's where a lot of the hesitation comes in. They don't know when they should change lanes. Even some of the stoplights, when they're doing certain things, they get confused about. So I think that lack of experience, contributes sometimes to their obviously, speeding options or accidents that may occur.
Based on your interactions with students, what situations put pressure on teens to speed?
Oh, I think it's the same as the peer pressure. I think, you take the perfect example after the basketball practice, everybody jumps in the car with one of the new drivers and they head over to McDonald's, and I think that influence of, go faster, get closer to this car, because we know who it is. I think that peer pressure that they experience on every level in high school definitely carries through into driving. I've seen it, I've heard it from our teens in our high schools to where, I'm behind the wheel, I'm trying to be safe, but my friends are in the back seat telling me to go faster, so I'm trying to, be a good friend and kind of, reach up to that level and go faster, and obviously issues start happening. So that peer pressure, I think, really contributes to a lot of the issues that we see with our teen driving.
What helpful advice would you give teens about the importance of obeying posted speed limits?
You got to obey them. Sometimes, all of us are subjected to that. There's many times where, even I come into the zone where it's like, it's only 25 and you can't believe that it feels like you're driving so slow, but following the speed limit, obviously those speed limits are there for a reason. They're not just put up. There's a lot of engineering, there's a lot of different investigations and different, surveys done on certain sections of the road that actually is the reason why certain speed limits are put up. There may be a curve that's coming up, so obviously the speed limit is at a lower speed. So following those speed limits, there's a reason behind it. And I think a lot of the students or new drivers even confront us and say, why do we got to drive so slow? But it's all based on engineering and all kinds of different things to actually post that sign. So it's not just us putting one up saying, it looks like a good 25-mile-an-hour zone. There's a reason behind it.
What advice would you give parents to stress the importance of obeying posted speed limits?
Oh, you know, I mean, most parents are really good about it just for the fact that most kids that are driving or new drivers are obviously driving mom and dad's car and they're under their insurance. So when they get a ticket, obviously their insurance hurts. So, you know, not just insurance reasons, I mean, that's so material, but stressing the fact of safety. You know, we do have a lot of accidents. Accidents occur all the time, whether they're minor accidents or fatalities. You know, those things happen really quick, especially when the inexperienced driver is on board. So, I mean, as parents, to stress that, I mean, sitting down with your kids, talking to them about the importance of, you know, coming home safe, the responsibility of driving a big car. I mean, that's a big piece of equipment that you're driving down the road, and being responsible is huge, because that's going to carry on through the rest of their lives.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Teenagers put a lot of pressure on each other, and this includes while driving. Be the better friend and ignore the comments about driving faster or recklessly. Ensure that you and your friends arrived at your destination safely by obeying the posted speed limits. Be responsible when driving, and remember, before you proceed, watch your speed.